It's a building is the hospice, but actually we outreach into the community and the acute trust into the hospital here. We have an inpatient unit which has 10 beds. We offer all sorts of support for family and carers in order that they can manage what's going on, and we obviously want to create a real feeling of support and well-being for both patients and their families. We also have our hospital team, so again specialist nurses and our specialist doctors who will, once they've received a referral from the team in the hospital, will go up into the acute trust and see patients in the hospital environment. We've got our Peter Gillam service, so we've got a daycare service where patients will come on a Monday to Thursday. It's a social model, so it's about interacting with other patients. It's about being creative. So we have a theatre group that come in, and there's activity that happens on a Monday to Thursday. We've got a horticultural therapist, so they can come in to us here, have an introduction to the hospice and see other members of the multi-professional team. And we have a host of volunteers, lots of volunteers who do an enormous amount within the hospice, from gardening to driving to tea and sympathy. And without our volunteers, the hospice wouldn't run as smoothly as it does. So we're really grateful to all those that offer their kindness and support.
We're really, really lucky that we've got the Hospice at Home service. It's been up and running since the middle of April this year, and has been funded wholly by the charity, for the hospice charity. So we're extremely lucky to have the service. It is a service where we provide care staff predominantly to go and support families and patients who are in the last few weeks of life. I've had some really lovely feedback about the service in such a short period of time. This is somebody who's writing to thank for our help when her mum was dying at home, and she said that the carer was wonderful, not only with her mum but with herself as well, and she believed that the new service will be invaluable to people when they are wanting to spend their last days at home.
So I lost my mum in 2015, and she spent her last few days here at the Salisbury Hospice. I just found it this amazing place. The team, from the consultants, the nurses, the wonderful volunteers who give up their time, they just know when to be there, when to support, when to give that person that you love the care, and they also know when to step back and give you your own time. And in those last few hours it was like they all just knew, and no one was there, and we had that room to ourselves as a family, and I think that's really special. We had a lot of care at home to start with, so we had the physios, the nurses would come to my house, and so it was never really her plan to be here. We never really came to visit the hospice, but when she got here, she didn't experience much of it, but I think she enjoyed being here. It was a peaceful place, and I just think the care is absolutely second to none, and I think that she would have been proud to be here in her last few days. I think it's a special place, made special by a really, really special team of people, and I hope to really fundraise for them for as long as I can.